The Chinese wave. 9 new auto brands set to hit Australian roads. The automotive landscape in Australia is undergoing a seismic shift. Driven by what industry insiders call China speed, the ability of Chinese manufacturers to develop and deploy new technologies at breakneck pace. The local market is about to see a massive influx of new players. While brands like MG and GWM have already established a foothold, a new wave of manufacturers is preparing to launch between 2026 and 2027. This rapid expansion raises a significant question for consumers. As the market becomes saturated with diverse brands, how will they differentiate themselves? And will the sheer volume of choice lead to intense price wars? Here is a breakdown of the 9 brands currently signaling their intent to enter the Australian market. The Rugged and Amp. The high-tech 212, targeting the enthusiast market, 212 is an off-road specialist. Their flagship model, the T01, is a rugged, boxy SUV that draws design inspiration from vintage Jeep-style aesthetics. Status: currently testing in the Northern Territory. Key detail: a local launch is pending the development of right-hand drive, RHD versions, expected with their next-generation models. Dream in a departure from traditional car makers, Dream is a technology company aiming to disrupt the luxury EV segment. The vision: they plan to launch high-performance, Nebula, hypercars, and Star Motor electric SUVs. Specs: their concept vehicles boast staggering figures, including up 0 to 1399 kW of power and 0-100 km/h times of just 1.8 seconds. Timeline: customer deliveries are projected for early 2027, potentially featuring advanced solid-state batteries. The newcomers and Amp. The specialists Firefly, a sub-brand of the premium electric vehicle maker NIO. Firefly is positioned as a more accessible entry point into the EV market. The product: an electric hatchback slightly larger than a Toyota Yaris, designed to compete with the BYD Dolphin and MG4. Market strategy: while testing is underway, it remains to be seen whether Firefly will use local distributors or adopt the direct-to-consumer model used by MG. Forthing, distributed by Attico Automotive, the group behind LDV and Ram. Forthing will focus on the new energy segment. Lineup: a range of crossover SUVs, including the Taycan 5, which will be available as both full EVs and extended-range electric vehicles, EREVs. JMC making a second attempt at the Australian market after a brief stint in the mid-2010s. JMC is focusing on the utility segment. The offering: they plan to launch the Vigus Ute, powered by a 3.3-liter turbodiesel engine. Note: interestingly, JMC is opting for an older model line rather than their newer Dado family, suggesting a strategy aimed at the ultra-affordable end of the Ute market. The Chery ecosystem. A multi-brand strategy, perhaps the most complex development, is the expansion of the Chery Group. Rather than relying on a single brand, Chery is launching multiple distinct labels to cover different market segments. This horizontal strategy risks brand cannibalization, but aims to capture every corner of the consumer base. Freelander, in a unique partnership with Jaguar Land Rover, Chery is reviving the Freelander nameplate. These SUVs will be produced at the Chery/JLR plant in China, blending Chery's platforms with the heritage of the Freelander brand. iQor, positioned as a stylish, Apple-esque export brand, iQor focuses on boxy, urban SUVs. The lineup ranges from the compact V23 to a much larger, Land Cruiser-sized V27. Jetour, while part of the Chery family, Jetour is being managed as a separate entity with its own distribution. They specialize in SUVs, ranging from sleek urban models like the Dashing to heavy-duty, 3-row flagships that rival the Toyota Land Cruiser. Lepaz, targeting the lifestyle and fashion-conscious buyer. Lepaz aims to differentiate itself through aesthetics. The Hook: expect bold color palettes and potentially even designer fashion accessories within their showrooms to create a lifestyle brand experience. Summary of the shifting landscape: the sheer number of incoming brands highlights a fundamental shift in the global automotive hierarchy. As Chinese manufacturers move from being budget alternatives to high-tech innovators, Australian consumers will face a much more competitive and diverse marketplace. The bottom line: the Australian car market is about to become significantly more crowded, with Chinese brands employing a multi-brand strategy to dominate everything from budget commuters to luxury hypercars.